Welcome to this week's Hebrew class, and thank you for joining us. And this week we are presenting Yehuchanan, John 17, verses 22 to 26. So let us now begin. And we have, of course, the Nakud, the vowel markings, and also the useful resources that we constantly use, which are very helpful in understanding and very useful in our practice. So let us begin. And as we can see, we are in 22, and Kaf is representative of 20 and Vayet of 2. And then we move through the letters. Vav, Aleph, Nun, Yod, Nun, Tav, Tav, Yod, Lamed, Hey, Mem, Safit, Aleph, Tav, Hey, Kaf, Vayet, Vav, Dalet, Aleph, Shin, Resh, Nun, Tav, Tav, Lamed, and Yod. And so let us read that. Va'ani, which means and I. Natati, I've given, because we know the root is natan, meaning to give, right? And the pronoun is at the end, ti, meaning I. Lahem, meaning to them. Et, grammar marker, ha-ka-vod, the glory. Ashir, which means that, natata, you gave or you have given. Li, to me. So the translation is, I gave them the glory that you have given to me. And just for a bit of definition, kavod is a masculine noun meaning honor, respect, esteem, dignity, or of course glory. And then kavad, same root, as a kal verb, it means to weigh heavy upon or to burden. And that's a biblical meaning of it. So it can mean also to weigh heavily on. Right, so we will read that. And we begin. Va'ani natati lahem et ha-kavod asher natata li. And then we move to the translation, which is, and I have given to them, grammar marker, the glory that you gave to me. Right, well, now we can move to the par B, and again we have a lamed, a mem, an ayin, a nun so fit, a yod, hey, yod, vav, aleph, chet, dalet, kaf, a shir, shin, resh, aleph, nun, chet, nun, yod, vav, aleph, chet, and dalet. So we read it. L'ma'an, which means so that. Ye, you. Now that's the pronoun, and it means they. They shall be. And we know that haya is like a short form of haya in the middle, meaning to be. So they shall be. Echad, meaning one. Ka'asher, like that. Anachnu, which is we. Echad. So I added A1 just so that we read it better. So you have given me, from the previous part, so that they may be one, just as we are one. And then we read it now. It is L'ma'an, ye you, echad, ka'asher, anachnu, echad. And the translation, so that they shall be one, like that we are one. And then we move to 23, and we see it's represented with a kaf, 20, gimel, 3. And then we have aleph, nun, yod, vayet, hey, mem, safit, vav, aleph, tav, hey, Vayet, Yod, Lamed, Mem, Ayin, Nun, Safit, Yod, Hey, Yod Vav Mem Shin Lamed Mem Yod Mem Safit Lamed Aleph Chet Dalet Vav Lamed Mem Ayin Nun Safit. And now we read it. Ani, I. Vahem, meaning in them. V'ata, and you. Vi, in me. Remembering the vet is in. L'ma'an, so that. Ye, you, they shall be. Mush la mem, completed. So how do we get that? If we look down here, hu sham is a verb to be completed, to be perfected, and we should understand the root of it is shalem or shalem, right? Shalem, and it's an adjective and it means whole, complete, full, perfect. And we realize that it also comes from the root shalom, meaning it doesn't just mean peace, it means complete, it means perfect, right? So therefore we can understand that shalom also means to be whole and complete. So and of course the translation is, I am in them and you in me, so that they may be perfected in one, and so that. So let us read that. Ani vahem v'ata vi l'ma'an yiyu mushlamim l'echad ulma'an. Right, and the translation, I in them and you in me, so that they shall be completed to be one, and so that. And we come to part B. We have a Yod Daled Ayin, Hey Ayin, Vav Lamed, Mem Safit, Kaf Yod, Aleph Tav, Hey, Shin Lamed, Chet, Tav, Nun, Yod, Vav, Aleph, Hey, Ve, Tav, Aleph, Tav, Mem Safit. And we read, Yeda, it shall know. Now, of course, we know that where there's no pronoun, it's often he. But, of course, he can be a thing as well. So, therefore, I've put it shall know. And then it is ha'olam, the world. Ki, that. Ata, you. Shalach-ta-ni. You sent me. And we can see that the tav is a pronoun, and so is the ni at the end. So it is you is the tav, second person, and ni is me. V'ahavta, and you love. And you'll see it's translated often as you have loved, because Hebrew doesn't necessarily, it has only incomplete or complete in tenses, right? So you love me, or you love, and you love. And then we've got otam, which is the word which means them, so that the world may know that you sent me and loved them. And I guess it's an ongoing thing, so you can say, and you love them as well. And we have shalach, which is a kol noun. No, it's not a noun, it's a verb, right? Kol verb, to send, to reach out the hand. And we have shaliach, is a piel verb, to release, to send away. And ahav is a kol verb, to love, to adore. Okay. And now we can read that. Yada ha'olam ki ata shalach tani v'ahavta ahavta otam. And the translation, it shall know, that is the world, that you sent me and you love them. And then part C, we have a kaf, and the left a shin, a resh. On the left, a hey, a veit, a tav, a nun, a yod. So we read it. Ka-a-sher. Ka-a-sher. Like that, ahav-ta-ni. You love me. Or they've translated as you have loved me, right? And have loved them just as you have loved me. So I put here, Hebrew grammar only has a perfect and imperfect tense. And that's why it can be sometimes used as loved or love, right? It just helps us understand the Hebrew sort of sense of perfect and imperfect. Imperfect meaning it hasn't been completed yet, right? So now we read this. Ka'asher ahav tani. Right, and the grammar, like that, you love me. And then 24 is represented with a kaf and a dalet. And then we go through the letters. A little bit faster this time. Aleph, Veit, Yod, Aleph, Shin, Resh, Nun, Tav, Tav, Memsavit, Lamed, Yod, Resh, Zade, Vav, Nun, Yod, Shin, Yod, Hey, Yod, Vav, Ayin, Mem, Dalet, Yod, Beit, Aleph, Shin, Resh, Aleph, Hey, Yod, Hey. So that's really testing us that we know our letters well, and it is. And remember that when we have a kataf like this, it's a longer sound, right? V, which is my father. Sheer, so it's a shorter A. Sheer, a sheer. Who, and a sheer can be that which, who, whom. Natatam, meaning gave them. So it's like he gave them, right? Who he gave them, which is my father. Li, to me. Ratsoni, my desire. Right? Because retson, as we can see down here, as a masculine noun means desire, intent, will, or wish. So my desire, she-ye-you. Now, she is often translated as that. And of course, we've got the u at the end, meaning they. So therefore, is that they shall be. Because again, the root in the middle is to be. Shall be. Imadi, often translated as with me, but I've translated as established with me. Reason being that we have a root in the middle, amad, which is a kol verb, to stand, to be established, or to rise. So it means to be established with me. I preferred that, or to stand with me. Ba'asher, meaning in, asher, where. So asher can also be where. Ye, and the aleph is the pronoun. I shall be, because haya is to be, right? I shall be, where I shall be. My Father who gave them to me. It is my will that they shall be with me where I shall be. Right. And now we will read it. Avi, asher, netatam, li, resoni, sheyiyu, imadi, ba'ashir, ayay. And the translation, my Father, who gave them to me. My desire is that they shall be established with me in where I shall be. Amen. And we have 24b. And we begin with the letters. Aleph, Nun, Yod, Lamed, Mem, Ayin, Nun, Sofit, Yod, Chet, Zayin, Vav, Beit, Kaf, Veit, Vav, Dalet, Yod, Aleph, Shin, Resh, Nun, Tav, Tav, Lamed, Yod, Kaf, Yod, Aleph, Hey, Veit, Tav, Nun, Yod. And we read it. Ani, I, Ma'an, so that Yechezu, they shall look. So what's the root there? Chazeh is the root. It's a kol verb, to look at, to watch. And it can be translated as to behold. Right? That's how they've translated it here. They shall look. And then we have Bik Vodi. Now the bet is into or in Kavodi, meaning my glory, because the yod at the end is my glory. Asher, which, Natata, meaning you gave, Li, to me, Ki, for, Ahav, Tani, Ahav Tani, you have loved me. Again, it's a completed action. You love me or you have loved me. Where I shall be. And when we got the ani there, it's sort of linked to the previous, which is I shall be I. There's always a bit of redundancy in the Hebrew, so I haven't included here. I just put where I shall be, so that they may behold my glory that you have given me, for you have loved me. And now let us read that. Ani lema'an yechezu bik vodi asher natata li ki ahav tani. Translation I, so that they shall look into my glory, which you gave to me, for you have loved me. And part C of 24, we have a lamed, a fei, because there's no dot. Nun, yod, mem, vav, samek, dalet, vav, tav, ayin, vav, lamed, mem, sofit. And it is lifnei, which means before, to the front, to the face. Mos dot, the foundations. Now let's have a look at that. Masad, masculine noun for foundation, base or groundwork. And we know that Mossad is also the spy organization of Israel, which I thought was interesting. And it means foundations, right? Groundwork, base. And then with the difference here being a verb, PL verb, mised, and it means to make official, to institutionalize. So before the foundations, and then olam, so we could add of, the world or the universe. You have loved me before the foundations of the world. So, let us read that now. Lifnei mos dot olam. And the translation. Before the foundations of the world or universe. Because olam, it can mean world, it can mean universe, it has its root on eternity as well. So it's interesting it be used in different ways, and that can be sort of tricky sometimes. And finally we come to 25, which is represented with the kaf, and the Hey. So the Hey is the fifth letter of the alphabet, and of course the Kaf has a value of 20. And then we have Aleph, Vet, Yod. Hey, Zade, Dalet, Yod, Kuf. Hey, Nun Safit. Hey, Ayin, Vav, Lamed, Mem Safit, Lamed, Aleph, Yod, Dalet, Ayin, Kaf Safit, Vav, Aleph, Nun, Yod, Yod, Dalet, Ayin, Tav, Yod, Kaf Safit. And we read, Avi, which means my father, Ha-Zadik, meaning the righteous. Hen, indeed. Now, hen, in a biblical sense, hen can be the plural, the feminine plural, but it is a conjunction here. It's joining, right? So therefore, it's translated indeed. If we look down here, Hine is a prep, meaning behold, see, here is, or indeed. So I've used indeed. Ha-olam, the world. Lo, not. Yada'aka, does know you. Because ka at the end is you. Va'ani, and I. Yadati ka. I, that's the T at the end. I know ka, you. I know you. Indeed, my righteous Father, the world does not know you, but I know you. And then I've also given you Zedek. As a masculine noun means righteousness, justice, fairness. And Zadak, which is a kol verb, to do the right thing, to be correct, to be justified. Right. And now we're going to read that without any interference from anything else. And we just remember the letters. Avi, Ha-Zadik, Hen, Ha-Olam, Lo, Yeda'aka, Va'ani, Yadati Ka. And the translation, my Father, the righteous, indeed the world, not does know you, and I know you. Again, we can see that there's a redundancy there, because here it's got I, and it's got I there. So we'll see that quite often. And I guess it tells us that both of those are connected together. They belong together. Right. And now we're in 25b. We have a Vav, Aleph, Lamed, Hey. Hey, Kaf, Yod, Resh, Vav. Aleph, Shin, Resh, Aleph, Tav, Hey, Shin, Lamed, Chet, Tav, Nun, Yod. So let's read it. The Ele, meaning and these. He, ki, ru, they accepted. So what's the root there? Hikir, which is the verb to recognize, to know, to accept. Right. They accepted. Ashir, that. Ata, you. Shalach, tani. Now we have two pronouns. We have the tav, which means you, and ni, meaning me. And then we have shalach, meaning to send. So you sent me. But I know you, and these have recognized that you sent me. So let us read that. The ele hikiru asher ata shalachtani. And the translation, and these, they accepted that you sent me. All right. And finally, 26, we have a Kaf and a Vav. And we know the Vav is the sixth letter of the alphabet, the calf gives us 20. So we have Vav Aleph Nun Yod. Hey Vav Dalet Ayin Tav Yod Mem Safit. Aleph Tav Shin Mem Kaf Safit. Vav Aleph Vav Samek Yod Fe Safit. Lamed Hey Vav Dalet Yod Ayin Mem Safit. Lamed Mem Ayin Nun Safit. And we read it. Va'ani, and I, Hodatim, made known to them. Et, grammar marker, Shimcha, which is your name. Because we know that Shem is the root for name, right? The Osif, and I shall continue. Now we know that Osif has its root from Yosef, which means to add, to increase, to continue. And I shall continue le hodiam, meaning to make known to them. Again, we've got yada is the root there, to know, but we've got hodiam, meaning to cause, to make known to them, right? To make known to them. L'ma'an, so that. So therefore we have, I've made your name known to them and shall continue to make it known so that. Now we're going to read all of that. Va'ani hodatim et shim Ka v'osif lehodiam lema'an. And the translation, and I made known to them your name, and I shall continue to make known to them, so that, and part B, we have a tav, a hey, a yod, a hey, a bayet, a mem savit, a hey, aleph, hey, vayet, hey, aleph, shin, resh, aleph, hey, vayet, tav, nun, yod, vav, gimel, mem savit, aleph, nun, yod, aleph, hey, yod, hey, vayet, hey, a mem savit. Now let's read it. T-yay, bum. So T-A means, and I put it because we're talking about the next word. So it shall be, because T-A is like second person or second thing. Shall be. And then we've got bum, in them. So it shall be in them. And then we have ha'ava. Again, ha'ahava. Ha'ahava, meaning the love. Ashir, which. Ahavtani, which you loved me. Or you have loved me, right? Vagam, and also. Ani, I. Eye, I am. Now, of course, we see the root there is haya, meaning I be, but we can also say I am. Vahem, in them, so that the love with which you love me may be in them, and I shall also be in them. And now let us read that. T-yay, bam, ha'ahava, asher, ahavtani, v'gam, ani, eye, vahem. Right. And now we come to our revision to see just how we go in reading through it. And we first look and say, right, a calf has a value of 20. And the vet has a value of 2. So we know we're in 22. And it is va'ani, and I, natati, I've given, lahem, to them, et gramamaka, ha-kavod, the glory, asher, which, natata, you have given, li, to me. And the translation, and I have given to them, gramamaka, the glory that you gave to me. Le'ma'an, so that you, they shall be, echad, one, ka'asher, like that, anachnu, we, echad, are one. So that they shall be one, like that, we are one. Then we have a Kaf 20, Gimel 3, we're in 23. Ani, I, vahem, in them, ve'ata, and you, vi, in me, le'ma'an, so that you, they shall be, mush la mem, completed, le'echad, for one, or to be one, right? Ul ma'an, and so that I in them and you in me, so that they shall be completed to be one, and so that and yeda, meaning to know, or it shall know, ha'olam, the world, ki, that, ata, you, shalach, tani, you sent me, ve'ahav, ta, and you love, otam, them. It shall know, the world, that you sent me, and you love them. Ka'asher, like that, ahav tani, meaning you love me, or you've loved me. Like that, you love me. And then we have a Kaf 20, Dalet 4, Avi, my father, Asher, whom, or who, netatam, gave them, li, to me, retzoni, my desire, she, ye, you, that they be, imadi, established with me, ba'asher, in that, ye, I be, or I am. My Father, who gave them to me, my desire is that they shall be established with me in where. So a shearer can be in that, in where. Ye, I shall be. Right, and then we come to part B. Looks like I got it wrong up here. That should be 25. And this should be B and C. Right, so, ani, I, le'ma'an, so that, chezu, which is, they shall behold, or they shall look, bik vodi, into my esteem or glory, a share that natata, you gave, li, to me, ki, for, ahav tani, you have loved me. I, so that they shall look into my glory which you gave to me, for you have loved me. And then we have lifnei, meaning before or to the face, but it's mostly translated as before. Mos dot, meaning the foundation. Olam, of the world. Well, the foundations, because it's got the ot at the end, so it's plural, before the foundations of the world or the universe. Then we have a kaf, value of 20, and a hey, value of 5. Avi, my father. Ha, zadik, meaning the righteous. Hen, behold, or indeed. Ha'olam, the world. Lo, not yada, ka, knows you. Va'ani, and I. Yadati ka, I know you. My Father, the righteous, indeed the world not does know you, and I know you. And now we're in 25b. Ve'ele, and these, kiru, they have accepted or recognized, assured that ata, you, shalach tani, you sent me. And these they accepted, that you sent me. Kaf 20, Vav 6. We're in 26. Va'ani, and I, hodatim, which is made known to them, et, grammar marker, shimka, meaning your name, ve'osif, and I, that's the aleph, continue or add, lehodiam, to make known to them, le'ma'an, so that, translation, and I made known to them, grammar, your name, and I shall continue to make known to them, so that tiye bam, which is like it shall be, in them, hava, the love, assured that ahav tani, you have loved me, vagam, and also ani, I, ye, I am, or I will be, I am, vahem, in them, shall be in them, the love which you have loved me, and also I am in them. Okay, very good. Now we come to the vowels. And let us just take the top line. Right, again, cholam, the O sound. Shava, the syllable break. Segol, short E sound. Zere, longer E sound. Patak, short A sound. Kamatz, longer A sound. Okay, let us remember those. And finally, the numberings. Just to help us. We know we're in Kaf here, followed by all these letters, right? But let us again look at the ones at the bottom. We know that the Tav has a value of 40, Shin has a 400, Shin has a value of 300, Resh has a value of 200, and Kuf has a value of 100. And again, I've repeated the resources. I encourage you to use them. They're extremely useful in our study of Hebrew. And we'd like to thank you for joining us for this lesson, and we pray you are blessed by doing it and you are increasing your understanding of Hebrew. And I just want to encourage you to keep at it. Don't give in to difficulties, but just keep reading it, keep practicing it a bit every day, not too much, because it'll just wear you out. So just keep doing it, and you will each day improve. You will see that. And so I just thank you for joining us and wish you a Shavua Tov, a good week.